Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sixer Sense podcast. I'm your host Lucas with Chris, and as you guys can tell, I'm losing my voice, and I'm sure Chris is loving this.
No, I hope you feel better, Lucas. I'm sorry that you don't feel well.
Yeah, my screen is going to be off a lot if I'm coughing, just to warn you guys.
That's okay. We appreciate you soldiering through, Lucas. All right.
Of course.
We're going to make this a quick one. We're going to talk about the Celtics game from Friday night, first game of the NBA Cup. It was also the Sixers' first loss of the season, unfortunately, 109-108. Pretty wild game, to be frank. Philly was down by more than 20 points at one point. This was, for a time there in the second and third quarter, it really felt like Boston was just kind of going to cruise to victory here. They brought really great energy on defense, Lucas. And like they've done pretty much every game so far, Philly storms back late in the fourth quarter. They make this a really interesting game. VJ Edgecombe hits a big three to cut it to 2. They get within 1, and then they just can't quite get over the hump. A pretty kind of a fumble the last play there by Quentin Grimes. Had a chance to win it with about 3 seconds left, dribbles up, gets trapped, dumps it off to Embiid several feet behind the three-point line, and he doesn't get the shot off in time. Didn't make it anyways, but impressive comeback. I think we'll talk about some of the issues that made them get into a position where they needed to come back from 20-plus points. But 26 points, 14 assists, 8 rebounds in this game for Tyrese Maxey. 17 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists on 7 of 11 shooting with 2 made threes for VJ Edgecombe. Joel, 25 minutes, 20 points, 6 boards, 3 assists, was a +2. 17 and 9 for Kelly Oubre with a couple of steals, 16 off the bench for Quentin Grimes. Those were the big scores for Philly. Boston side of things, 32 from Jaylen Brown, 19 off the bench from Anthony Simons. Hugo Gonzalez played like 15 minutes of the greatest defense I've ever seen.
Yeah, he was actually pretty impressive.
He's a dog, as they say. So what were your big takeaways from this game, Lucas?
Yeah, look, I want to talk about, first off, I told you Josh Minot, 8 rebounds, 1 block in 22 minutes, just saying. But getting back to the seriousness of this, a few things. Let's talk about Joel Embiid first. I think up until this game, we pretty much agreed he gave little to no effort on the defensive end for the first 3 to 4 games, right? That was not the case here. 2 blocks, was definitely trying to play defense, succeeding sometimes, not succeeding most times. I'll be honest, and this is not no shot at Joel Embiid, but this is like if I went out and played pickup ball at the rec center, like after not playing for like a year plus now. You're gonna see effort. You're seeing effort. You got the occasional shot in. Didn't shoot bad, but defensively definitely struggling, and that's where Joel's at, and that's good though. That's good. We weren't sure if he can't play or if he just wasn't pushing that end. And at least in this game, it looks like he was, at least in the first couple games versus this game, it looked like he wasn't pushing it for those first couple games. Now he is. He's trying to be more complete, which is good. However, I do have a problem with the offensive side. Not the efficiency. The efficiency is fine. But he has 13 shots and 25 minutes versus Oubre, 12 shots in 41 minutes. Maxey, 16 shots in 44 minutes. VJ, 11 shots in 40 minutes. This is not what you want from the Sixers. Like, look, we've seen Joel Ball. We know what Joel Ball does. Joel, we get it that you want to get your touch back. And honestly, I think you already have your touch back. I don't think the offensive touch is the issue. We need to do the other things, okay? Honestly, like Maxey having 14 assists, fantastic, but maybe he should have 8 and you should have 6 versus 3, right? Like that's like, yeah, we can see Joel dominate, and maybe there will be some games that he needs to dominate. I don't know if this game was that one, to be completely honest. Maybe he just wanted to make sure that the Celtics knew that, hey, I'm not completely dead. Like he was in the first game of the season. Fair enough, but like, I don't know. That bothered me. I don't like Jabari Walker as a placeholder at starting power forward. Doesn't feel good to me, honestly. This game also showed us that we are tremendously missing can't believe I'm saying this, but Dominick Barlow. I mean, look, he's a menace on the glass. He does all the honestly, I know Trendon Watford is supposed to be Maxi's guy, but the 2 games that I've seen from Trendon versus the 2 games that I've seen from Dominic, I'd rather have Dominic in the starting 5. It just Watford's fun for the second unit, but let's just let's not play around with Barlow and just sign him to a 3-year minimum deal. Let's just do that. Get him locked in. If he can get a shot, cool. But if not, the team works outside of that. Be nice to have Paul George back too. But I honestly I don't know what we're getting from Paul George. So I'm more missing Dominick Barlow than I am Paul George. By the way, Paul George, McCain, and Barlow are all the anticipation, from what I understand from Keith Pompey's tweets, is that there's a good chance they'll start playing next week. Trent Walford was basically a dud in this game too. I don't mind the center, go with a hot hand center rotation right now, honestly. That's not the problem here. The problem is, and this is where we miss Jared McCain. Maxey cannot be playing the most minutes per game. This is starting to feel like Tom Thibodeau. Did we hire him as an assistant and nobody told us? Come on now. I don't know. Thoughts, Chris?
Yeah, no, I agree with pretty much everything you said. On the minutes front, I do think that is where McCain and PG coming back will help quite a bit. Obviously, McCain is going to eat into the VJ and Tyrese minutes. Paul George is going to eat into Kelly's minutes. That's going to help a lot. That, I think, should balance things out. Your Joel point is well taken. He can clearly still score as well as anyone in the NBA. The scoring is not a question, but the defense is a huge problem. They were just bleeding points for the majority of this game in a really concerning way. I know Boston only finished with 109, which isn't that much, and Philly had a really strong into the fourth quarter, which they've done all season, but you can't just be the worst defense in the NBA for 3 quarters every game and then turn it on late. They're going to have to find a way to generate consistent stops.
But is this not the symptom of a normal young team, though? Trying to win it late in the game versus,
I don't know. I mean, they really aren't that young other than VJ right now. These are all guys who have been in the league for at least a little bit. Maxey's been around the block a few times. Obviously, this was the first game that they closed with Joel, which felt notable. Frankly, I wonder if the result would have been different had they closed with Bona, who had some of those big energy plays that he's been having of late.
Bono was a -10 on the game. Honestly, if you're going with the center that had the best plus-minus, it was Drummond.
So,
yeah.
Here's what I'll say about Joel. It is really early in the season, and this is something they're going to have to figure out. So I am okay being patient with it and letting them work through the kinks. And if it costs them a few games at this point in the year, I can live with that.
Hang on. You go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not losing any sleep over this loss or anything. It was a really admirable effort just to come back. We saw a lot of what has made Philly so impressive through these first 3 games. But I mean, they're going to have to figure out, can Joel's defense get better? If it can't, how can they supplement the lineup around him? And then, like you said, offensively, the fit is a real concern. They're just playing at a different tempo when things are running through Joel. It's taking away from VJ and Tyrese. It's a little bit insane to say this about a rookie on a team that's trying to compete, but he needs to have the ball more. He needs to be doing more. I'm all for trying to get Joel back into a rhythm. The optimized version of this team heavily incorporates Joel Embiid, and you want to see if he can get to that level. He's only been back for 5 games. These things can take time. I don't want to rush things, but Joel clearly wants to be out there. He clearly wants to be a major contributor. He wants to be Joel Embiid as we know him. We're going to have to come to a realization sooner than later about whether or not that's possible and adjust accordingly, because right now I think the optimal version of Embiid, you've talked about it in the past, is more of a screener and a connector type who's hitting some spot up threes, who's getting the occasional post up when things slow down. But he needs to be like a complementary piece to Tyrese and VJ, the way things are currently going. And that's not the case. And it doesn't need to be the case right now.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm all for experimenting and working things out at this point in the season, but
I mean, look, at the
it's
end
a
of the
concern.
day, look, the version of Joel, like when we get to the playoffs, this fast pace is not going to be as fast. Joel needing to get the ball, playing through Joel in the playoffs makes sense, but not during the regular season. Save Joel, let him be a connector during the regular season, let him dominate. I mean, last time we saw him in the playoffs, not even healthy. He was on one leg. He was averaging 35 against the Knicks, a good defensive Knicks team. Like, so let's be real on that part. And look, I actually am kind of glad that we lost this game because hopefully it teaches the team, hey, we can't always come back and win every game either. So, there's that. But yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you. VJ the last two games has been kind of quiet. Nick Nurse, you have a budding star as a rookie. Please do not be that coach and make him take a back seat. Like, he should be number 2 option on this team right now. It should be Tyrese, VJ, and Joel in that order.
Yeah,
And honestly, at Joel with his injury history and his age, like, I don't see their problem him being number 3.
No, I mean, it's like, is Joel willing to accept that, I guess, is the big question. But yeah, I mean, like, VJ's out there for 40 plus minutes a night. He's making plays on both ends. It's not like he's playing poorly. He's still impacting the game in a lot of very positive ways. But like, with how efficiently he's scoring right now, I think you
7
want
of
to see,
11.
you want to push it. You want to see what he is capable of. I mean, we saw 34 opening night against Boston. He's not going to do that every night. Frankly, if he's averaging 17 a game for the season, that's like an incredible rookie year, and we'll be like parading it through the streets. But with how Joel looks right now, it's just so hard because he is still clearly very talented. He's putting up the numbers, but the defense is so bad, and he's so clearly like stylistically at odds with what Philly is doing best right now. It's so weird to have a team that plays better without Joel. That's just never happened before. It's the total
Yeah.
inverse of what we've come to expect from this team. He's never been in a position to where he, like, for years, for almost a decade now, the Phillies offense has only worked when it's Joel Ball. So it's a huge adjustment for him. It's a huge adjustment for the guys around him, for the coaching staff. And we're 5 games in, so I understand that is going to take some time. But
So, okay, I'm just going to
yeah,
give you some VJ stats. Are you ready for the VJ stats? Okay, 21 points, 5.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 1.2 steals, shooting 49.5% from the field, 43% from the 3-point line, 80% from the foul line. He's only attempting 16 shots per game. He's only attempting 6 3-pointers a game. He's only attempting 3 foul shots a game.
yeah. I mean, 6 threes is a pretty good amount. I think he's
6 threes is fine, but the rest of the shot diet needs to go up.
Yeah, I mean, look, 16 shots a game is not terrible. I mean, I think we need to avoid nights like last night where it was 10, 11 shots. I just think you want him on the ball more. We can't say enough good things about just how well he's doing everything that he didn't do well at Baylor. Like, we knew he was a good passer. We knew he was a pretty competent shooter, and that he was a crazy athlete, and that he played smart and he played hard. But like, how control he looks driving the ball, taking these pull-up jumpers, these pull-up step-back threes with a hand in his face, like just slowing down and hitting shots in the lane with touch, like that just was not in his game a year ago. So he is on a pretty like rocket-like ascent, and you just need to lean in, see how high it can go. He's gonna have his bumps in the road like every rookie, but yeah, man, super impressive. Like, it's a 1-point loss to a Celtics team that frankly is probably not going to be as bad as we hoped. They lost tonight on the second night of a back-to-back, but like, they've been playing really well these past few games. That defense is very
They're
good.
going to be feisty. They're going to be feisty.
the best defense versus the best offense through the first week last night,
Yeah.
and the defense won. And Philly's shooting numbers were always going to come down. Like the variance thing was very real through those first 4 games. So part of it is just shots weren't falling like they have been. But
also, they played Boston played Houston tonight, and they're like the opposite stylistically of Boston in terms of height and player style and everything.
Yeah. So Boston deserves a lot of credit. I think that's probably a pretty good team. Joe Mazzulla is a really good coach, unfortunately, and like this isn't a bad loss necessarily. They clearly have a lot they need to clean up. Like the defense is going to be a huge thing. The rebounding, we're back. They need to rebound the freaking basketball.
Well, Dominick Barlow hopefully fixes that.
I don't think Barlow is going to fix everything, though. We can't pin it all on him. He's going to play 25 minutes a night and like be good. But
well, the next 5 games, I'll let you know the next 5 games. Brooklyn seems winnable.
I hope so. I will be there tomorrow night if all things go well. If my flight is not delayed. So
okay, there you go.
I was kind of hoping that maybe they would sneak Paul George back in for that game, but
I doubt it, my friend. I doubt it.
No, they're not. He's out.
Joel's not playing either. Yeah, Joel's not playing.
So
Chicago is the next game in Chicago. That's going to be a tough one. Chicago
fun.
Looks good.
That's
Cleveland.
Two very fast teams. No, I was just going to say that there's going to be a lot of running and shooting in that game.
I don't think you can crap on Josh Giddey anymore.
Not at the moment. My time will come.
And then we're playing a beat up Cleveland team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Donovan Mitchell didn't even play the last game, so we'll see what happens there. If you have Lonzo Ball start in the year of 2025 of the Lord and all that stuff, that you got bigger problems.
Lonzo's a good player. All right, we don't need to slight Lonzo.
I mean, he's just too injured to be where he should be starting. Toronto at home, tough but winnable.
Toronto's pretty bad right now.
Yeah, I don't know. They're okay.
They have really bad defense.
That's a toss-up.
Yeah, Detroit's good.
Like outside of Chicago, and assuming Cleveland's still not healthy, this should be a winnable 5-game stretch.
Yeah, I mean, with all due respect to Chicago, that's a winnable game too. They need to figure out the defense. They can still win games if they're making shots. If Maxey is just putting up 30 plus every night, like they'll they compete their tails off. I'm not like panicking or anything, but
okay.
Yeah, I mean, they got to figure out the defense. That's going to be the story of this season, I think, is can Philly get the defense to a place where it can at least support the offense? I don't, as long as they're healthy, there's no reason to think this won't be one of the 5 best offenses in the NBA the way they're currently playing.
And here's the thing. Let's just say Joel's defense is shot. You play him on a minutes restriction this year, get him to put up big numbers. You may or may not be successful in the playoffs, but if his defense is shot, but you can show that he can still score, some team somewhere is going to want to trade for him this offseason. Some team somewhere that is desperate enough.
Depends on how well he's scoring.
Sacramento.
Yeah, I don't know who we would get back from Sacramento that helps with our particular issues, but
sure. Keegan Murray, maybe.
Yeah, I'm worried about Joel. With all due respect, I still think he will be more valuable than Keegan Murray this year if he's healthy.
But yeah. Anyway, just a thought. But anyway, let's see. Anything else around the Sixers? I think the only person that's going to be out longer. No, I think everybody's projected that they might be coming back next week. I think, unless you saw something different, did you?
No, yeah, everyone's trending in the right direction. They're playing better without Joel. It's strange times we live in, Lucas.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the times, let's talk about the games going on around the NBA and just stuff going on. The Minnesota Timberwolves are being led by Julius Randle because our man Anthony Edwards is out. Julius Randle is taking it personally and doing pretty well, actually. They just won tonight against the Hornets. Hornets are injured. I feel bad because they're getting into this hole because they're injured. And I think they got good depth, but you're losing what, 2 starters right now? You're down 1 or 2 starters. Brandon Miller possibly being the most important one, right? So it feels bad for them.
I really like this Charlotte team on paper. They're fun for the most part. I wish they were healthy.
Yeah. So the Milwaukee Bucks lost to the Sacramento Kings with Giannis playing. Is it time for Milwaukee to panic despite being 4-2?
No, I don't.
No.
I mean, I think we kind of know what their situation is. They're going to be fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
But you know what? I am enjoying the Russell Westbrook show and Sacramento.
I'm sure you are.
12, 5, 10, 2 steals, 4-14. Wonderful chef's kiss. Daniel Caldwell got the start for the Kings. I believe he's no, not Daniel, Dylan Caldwell. Yeah, he's a center. So they played Sabonis at the 4 in this game. Interesting.
Yeah, for 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes is better than no minutes. Oh, that's right. Quinn Jackson, game winner against the Golden State Warriors. Coming in 25 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds. I don't even know who Quinn Jackson is. Who's Quinn Jackson? Do you know who Quinn Jackson is?
I'm drawing a blank, to be honest.
He is a third-year player.
It's been a minute.
From Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Does not look like he was drafted, as he played any other games besides. So he played his rookie year with the Wizards, and then last 3 seasons with the Pacers. So that is who Quinn Jackson is. But Quinn Jackson balling out tonight. Like I said, 25 points. This gets the Pacers their first win on the season, by the way. 25 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals.
Yeah.
Interesting dynamic there. Former Sixer and slam dunk champion Matt McClung is now on the Pacers.
Yep. Good
for him.
Real contract, too.
Real contract, indeed.
Didn't play tonight.
Did not play. Nope. That's okay.
That's okay.
And like you said, Houston beat the brakes off the Celtics in this game.
Good.
128 to 101.
That's right.
Your man Amon. Yeah. Well, Amon almost had a triple-double. 17.
So did Alpi. Alpi was 1 assist shy.
Yes. Well, Alpin was 1 rebound, 2 assists shy. I've liked what I see from Jabari Smith Jr. this year. Just going to say that as well.
Yeah, he's a good player.
I'm glad they went away from Steven Adams in the starting lineup, but Josh Okogie is not much better.
Yeah.
Though he did have a good shooting game tonight. Why are we not playing?
Reed, notably, 4 or 5 from 3. Like, if Reed can figure it out, I think he's pretty clearly, like, you should be starting
the
him.
Starter, yeah.
Yeah.
But let's see, anything else stats-wise or standings-wise that we want to talk about? The Sixers are still... Oh, Trae Young out for at least 4 weeks. Oh, no, reevaluated in 4 weeks, I believe, right? MCL sprain.
Yeah.
So are the Hawks, are they going to fall out of the race here? Or is Dyson Daniels going to step up?
I don't know. It might be too early in the year to fall out completely, but it's going to be tough.
He's missing a month. That's at least 15 to 20
season,
games.
Though. A lot of time to make up that ground, but yeah, it's not going to be fun.
So let me just go over the East rankings real quick. Chicago's 1, Philly's 2, Milwaukee's 3, Miami's 4. Miami and Detroit are 4-5 with the same record. Atlanta and Cleveland are 3-3 with the same record at 6-7. Orlando is 3-4 at 8. So is Boston at 9. The Knicks are 2-3. Notable teams outside the playoffs: Toronto, Charlotte, Indiana, Washington, and the Nets. Honestly, no surprise names
Pretty
there,
expected,
right?
yeah. Yeah, Knicks, keep it up, guys. Keep going.
Yeah. In the West.
Might be watching the Knicks game this week, too. I think they're playing Minnesota while I'm there. So
make sure you wear your Sixers gear.
I might wear my UGA gear and support our guy Ant if he
if he's there.
What's his situation? But
I think it's a pretty bad hamstring. I wouldn't expect it.
Okay. Well, I can still support in spirit. Yeah, man. I'm interested to see how long Chicago keeps this up. I don't think it's real, but
you don't think? I thought you loved Billy Donovan.
I do love Billy. They're not going to win the East or anything. It's
no, but can they get a top 6 spot?
Sure, in this East, of course. It's totally within reason. They have built a pretty interesting roster against all odds.
I do want to note at this point in the season, the top 4 teams that we had in our preseason rankings are all 6 or below.
It's a long season. I'm not sweating it.
Yeah. Well, let's go to the West real quick. Your Thunder is still number 1. Spurs are number 2. Portland, number 3. They were a team that we said to watch out for. I don't think we expected it to come out this good. Are you making that face because of my voice or the fact that Drew Holiday looks
because
good?
The Spurs are 2 right now, and someone said, "Oh, can Wemby even get into the top 6 to win MVP?"
It is 5 games into the season.
Oh no, we're talking about 5 games, huh?
Yeah. Anyway, Lakers are 4th. Clippers, surprisingly, somehow are 5th. Nuggets are 6th. Rockets are 7th. Golden State is 8th. Memphis is 9th. And Minnesota's 10th.
Talk about Ja Morant.
Yeah,
dude is
he's
not
gonna
happy.
get traded. He's getting traded. It's happening.
If anyone wants him, yeah.
Well, let's talk about it. Which teams in the NBA could? I think there's 3 teams that could call for him. Miami's going to call because it's Miami.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
All right. I think. How much do you think Memphis? I didn't put this on the list that I initially made, but how much do you think Memphis likes Jalen Green?
Probably not very much at all.
Well, do you think they like him more than John Morant?
No, I wouldn't.
No. I also think the Pels are an interesting team for him. Him and Zion could make a nice little 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could trade Murray.
I don't know if the Pelicans need to be trading any more of their picks right now, but
well,
yes.
I think you would probably just trade Murphy, like Murray, and like one young player.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean,
it'll depend on the price.
Yeah. Who's there's one other team in the East? Oh, the Nets, because John Moran in New York would be fun.
Yeah, but the Nets aren't in that place yet. They don't need to be trying to win games.
I mean, they have too many point guards as is.
Milwaukee, if they had like anything to give up,
if they
would be interesting. It will be interesting to see if you have to give up much for draw at this point. But
well, they do. They even have the tradable contracts.
Yeah, that's the thing. Another interesting, like Minnesota would be interesting
if they could.
That could be fun. They need a point guard of some kind. Dallas.
What about Toronto?
Kyrie's coming back. Toronto would be interesting.
They got the contracts for it.
Yeah. Kind of feel like they need to figure out their defense before they go out and trade for Ja, but I could be talked into it.
That could be too. You said who?
Minnesota and who else did I say? I mean, Houston.
They could, but do they want that?
He doesn't really fit what they're doing, but
no.
I think he's still a good player when he's locked in. There's just so much injury risk and other baggage. I don't think I want to mess with that if I'm Detroit. I think they've got a good thing going.
Yeah.
I think he tips it's too unbalanced.
Well, here's a hot take. I don't know who the third team is, but a 3-team trade. Sending Ja to Atlanta, trade to the third team, and assets to Memphis.
Yeah, it's not impossible. Where would Trey go?
That's the real question. And what team would want to give up assets for Trae Young? That's yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, I can see Toronto, Orlando, maybe.
If it wasn't just so antithetical to the culture they're trying to build, I could see Ja and LaMelo and Charlotte being a lot of fun. But
that would be so terrible. What about
I think it would be awesome.
What about Utah?
They're not ready.
They're not ready. I mean, I do like them though. They're going to be fun this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, does Dallas have enough to give for Ja?
I don't know off the top of my head. They're kind of hamstrung a bit. They have some of the stuff from the Luka
They have
trade,
the contracts, but they don't have the picks or young players, unless they really like Jaden Hardy.
They might have enough. Like I don't think you're give too much.
What is he worth? Like a first round and like a young player plus filler contract at this point?
I think really it might just be like the contracts and maybe a pick.
Yeah.
So Dallas could maybe get it done. It's whether or not you think he can play with Kyrie when Kyrie's back.
Yeah. I don't know. That's tricky. That is extremely tricky. I think Phoenix would try to get him. I actually know. What if Sacramento? Just hear me out. No, you put Ja. No, you trace a bonus for Ja. Sabonis and Jaren Jackson Jr. actually complement each other. They actually do.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Then you're kind of just without a good center in Sacramento. I think you might be trying.
Nobody
to trade
cares what
DeRozan.
happens in Sacramento. Okay.
Might be more of a DeRozan and young guys kind of package.
No.
Even I don't know. The Levine and Ja fit defensively concerns me, to be honest.
Levine and anybody fit is going to be a concern defensively. Okay, let's not mince words here. Okay. But yeah, no, Ja's probably going to get moved. He's the next big name. Daryl Morey, don't pick up the phone. The nothing good.
He's not. We don't have to worry about that. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other big names you think could be on the move besides him? I don't think Giannis is going to be moved until the offseason.
I would say that is probably a fair assessment at this point.
Well, let me ask you, Miami and Ja, does that make sense? I feel like it does.
Yeah, I really, if I
and
trust anyone,
they have the assets to get him.
If I trust anyone, it's Spo in that circumstance. So, yeah. As far as who else could be traded, RJ Barrett in Toronto's gonna come up.
He's playing really good this year, though.
Yeah, but their defense and their spacing is so weird. I feel like they might be better off if they get rid of him. We can see. Indiana, they probably hold on to Pascal and just wait out this year, but
I mean,
never say never.
Yeah, never say never. Kyle Kuzma, if somehow, if Milwaukee could get off of them, they would.
Yeah. I mean, look, Joel Embiid, if someone wants to take him, probably, but I don't think that's on the table. And I don't say that as someone who wants Joel. I still love Joel, but some contracts are just too toxic.
Jalen Green.
Yeah, I mean, look, if New Orleans is in last place by the trade deadline, we're gonna have to have the Zion conversation. They don't have their pick. I don't know what they're going to do.
Zion?
Oh, no, not that conversation.
Oh,
I mean, would I? I'd have to think about it.
We talked about this during the
famously
offseason.
Was like trade Maxey for Zion.
No,
we're axing that. I'm scrubbing that from the record actually as we speak, but that never happened actually, believe it or not. So, yeah, but that. New Orleans is going to be a team to watch because they're just in.
They got some
grave.
Yeah, they got some interesting guys on there.
They do, and none of it makes any sense. And they've traded their pick for Derek Queen, so the Hawks might just be getting Cam Boozer in a year, which would be awesome for Atlanta. So good for them.
No, Like, I'm calling about maybe Sadiq Bey. If I'm a contender, I'm calling about Jose Alvarado because every contender needs a guy like him.
Yeah.
I'm calling about Herb Jones, though I doubt they trade him. They're never going to trade Trey Murphy. They might shop DeJounte Murray. And then Zion, let's just play like who would want Zion just real quick for the kicks and giggles, okay? Chicago says no. Chicago probably says no, right? You got Buzelis, he's a 4. Buzelis is a 4.
You can play Buzelis at the 3.
No, I don't like that.
Chicago, it's really
Miami says yes.
Miami
says yes.
Maybe. Does Zion really fit the whole Heat culture vibe?
Well, he finally lost the weight this year, so yeah, kind of.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see how it
Does
holds
Detroit
up.
say yes?
I don't think so. I think there's still enough anxiety about Zion's health where
they're still recovering from Blake Griffin. You're right. Atlanta says no. They have Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
Cleveland says, ooh, Cleveland.
No. Who are they trading?
You could trade Jared Allen and or
No. I don't think so. I think it's too risky.
Orlando says no. Boston, no. They don't have the money. Knicks say no.
Yeah.
Toronto says no.
I think everyone in the East pretty much says no.
No.
Except for maybe Miami.
I say Miami and Charlotte.
And Chicago. Charlotte, yeah. That's another one where, is he really the culture guy you want in Charlotte right now? We'll up for debate. We'll see.
Yeah, but him and LaMelo would be fun.
It would be fun.
Washington says no. They're building a culture there.
Yeah, I don't think any of the tanking teams go within a 10-foot pole.
Okay. Let's go to the West then. Kings probably
Memphis,
no.
Draw for Zion.
That would be crazy. Sacramento probably not.
It would be a very Sacramento thing to do, but
maybe
never
not.
Say never.
Phoenix, yes, they would try. Phoenix would try.
Yeah, that would be a Phoenix thing to do.
Dallas says no.
Yeah, probably.
Utah probably says no.
Though he is a Nike client, so you should never say never with Nico.
Minnesota says no.
Yeah.
Because I don't see much of a difference between him and Julius Randle.
Yeah. Golden State says no, but I'm intrigued. I would like to see it.
Memphis says no, obviously, too. Houston says no. Denver says no. Clippers. That's an interesting one.
I don't know if they have anything to give up.
They probably don't, but, they're betting on free agency. That's why they cleared the books, but at the same time, do you really want to make that bet?
Yeah. Then here's the thing, is I think closer to the trade deadline, holes are going to form and teams are going to become more desperate and we might have a better picture then. But right now, I can't point to any teams that I'm definitively they would want Zion. Miami and Chicago are probably the best bets.
I don't say Chicago. I say Miami, Charlotte, and
But
Phoenix.
even then, Charlotte is probably
yeah.
going to be a losing team this year. So
yeah, well, I say
same with Phoenix. I know Ishbia wants to win, but Phoenix sucks. So that might be a little strong.
But trading for Zion, isn't that an Ishbia thing to do?
Yeah. We'll see. But
yeah, we'll see.
All right. I got to catch a flight at early in the morning, Lucas. So I think we should wrap things up here.
Yep.
As always, everyone, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Sixer Sense podcast. We are on Spotify, Google Play, Audible, and on YouTube, where you can subscribe and watch our beautiful faces talking at you. Highly recommend. I'm on Twitter at Kline NBA. Lucas is on Twitter at CoachJ_20. We collectively are on Twitter at Sixer Sense, and you can follow me on TikTok at FansidedChristopher, by the way. Yeah, so next time, everyone, peace out.
You're not allowed to follow me.
I said, peace out. Go Sixers, and we will be back
Only
soon. I will not be on this upcoming week since I will
I'm
be on
going to see
vacation.
if my buddy Maurice from NBA Now and Then wants to come on. If not, I'll find somebody else.
Lucas will be holding down the fort with some special guests, and I'll talk to you in a week, guys. So peace out. Go Sixers. Talk soon.
Deuces.